Hi guys, it is Wednesday, June 15th, and we are long overdue for a catch-up, so there's lots to share. I tried to do a video about this before, and I had some technical issues. So as a single woman, right, I'm now 33 years old. When I was younger, I never thought I'd be in my 30s and single. I don't know why. I just had in my mind that like 25, 26 is when you get married, start having kids at like 27, 28, and you've got like a little family by like early 30s, right? And it just didn't happen for me that way. So it's caused a lot of my expectations about life to shift. It's allowed me to see a lot of relationships, both dating, courting, married, breakups, divorces. In our parents' house, you couldn't date until you were 18. And I used to try to debate this rule. But part of the benefit of it for me was I got to see other people. I got to learn from their mistakes, their wins. I had the benefit of seeing it play out with other people. And I'm a big fan of learning from somebody else's mistakes if you can, so you don't have to do the same thing and get the same result. It's also given me more time to think about, imagine, consider, wonder what it would be like to be married, right? If I get married, what kind of husband would I have? What kind of wife would I be? How would our relationship look? I think in the same way that this extra time has allowed me to learn from people who've opened up their lives and their hearts and their time and their homes, it's also allowed me to see more of what I would or would not desire in a husband. So I have dated minimally, but I've dated. And even from those relationships, learning things I liked, things I did not like, things that I saw and was like, man, that didn't work out, but I pray my husband's like that. It's just allowed me to have a lot of space and time to think through what marriage would look like. It's important to me to have a God-honoring marriage, right? I think the nuance of that, right? Like, what does that look like in the day-to-day, in, how I choose, in, because there could be a bunch of people that could fit the quality of a God-honoring husband. And then there's personalities, right? Is he going to be more reserved? Would he be more outspoken? Even as I think through men I've dated, men I've known, and just seeing different aspects of a personality come out differently in relationship. And there are times I've caught myself wanting that stereotypical, like, great love, right? Those people who were friends when they were kids, and they grew up together, and they just get along really well. There's all this trust. There's, like, clear, intentional relationship building. There's excitement, right? Like this great love that you've gotten to see in person. People who love their spouses and are excited about them. But as I was thinking through, like, the desire for a husband that's expressive and excited, I was thinking about how I relate to God, how I interact with God, how I communicate with God. And I was really challenged because I can sit up here and say, I want to know that he's excited to talk to me. I want to know that he wants to spend time with me. And I got some nerve, because if this was a scenario where God is looking at how I interact with him, how I treat him, he could be like, I want to know that you want to talk to me, that you're excited to come see me, that you want to hear what I have to say, that you're here to listen, that my words are valuable to you. And I've had to really have conversations with the Lord where I'm like, God, I'm sorry. It's not been there. And man, I'm grateful because our pastor's been working on this series on revival, on so many different aspects of what it is to be a Christian, right? On forgiveness and on church membership. And I'm grateful, but it's one of those things like, you look in a mirror, and it's only when you look in the mirror that you realize your outfit is trash, right? Like, it doesn't match. You're wearing two different shoes. Your wig is on backwards. Like, you put lipstick way over here, or whatever, something's missing, it's ripped, there's a big stain on it, but you wouldn't have known if you hadn't looked in the mirror, right? You would have just kept on going. You would have gone outside, wherever you went, all throughout the day, seeing all these people looking like trash. It's this weird place of, I am bummed that I look like trash, but grateful for the mirror. And I think that's been where I've been lately, and trying to not focus so much on being bummed about how I looked, and being more grateful for the mirror showing me so that I can adjust and get the help I need. Yeah, that's been part of my focus lately is, Lord, He knows I desire to get married, but I have no business placing my focus there if I'm not ready to be an incredible daughter, servant, disciple of God, who's done far more for me than my husband ever could. I've been really thinking through this idea of a great love, right? I desire a great love, but I already have one, and I don't want to despise my initial and forever great love for a human great love, which could be great, but will never be as great as my eternal great love, right, with God. Let me tell you something. Marriage is hard work. It is work. You are putting in effort. You are forgiving. You are serving, walking in humility. I mean, there's so much. There's so much. It's a constant service. It's a constant dying to yourself, to your opinions, to what you want. You're like all of that. I mean, it's wild. It's wild. I don't want to shortchange my husband, but I definitely don't want to shortchange God. I regret the amount of time I've spent pursuing, chasing, wanting romantic human relationships and not focusing on God, whose love is perfect. That was the thing I was trying to say before. But in all honesty, if we're going to just be honest here, when I did that video before, it was a few weeks ago, and I was mad. I was angry. And so I'm grateful that it like malfunctioned and I couldn't find it. I think that was God's grace, because yeah, I don't want to speak out of emotion, act out of emotion. If you don't desire marriage, if you have no, if you're just not into it, then I pray that you are encouraged nonetheless in your other relationships to pursue God first as the primary relationship, and the one that affects, inspires, strengthens all other relationships. God, He invented marriage, so He's got something to say about it on a broader scale. God is love, and He's got something to say about that. So in any relationship, right, you've got friends, you've got family, you've got neighbors, you've got coworkers. When my relationship with God is not where it needs to be, and that's anytime He's not my priority consistently, every other relationship is off. Every other one. I can think I'm being a great friend, I can think I'm being present, but something somewhere is off. It's like the Princess and the Pea, right? You can be laying in bed on top of 100 mattresses, and just something's not right. Somewhere there's something off. You may not know it yet. You may not know why. You may not have seen the evidence of it, but something's off, and you gotta address it. So yeah, that was one of my thoughts. It did take longer than I thought to kind of walk through it, but we made it. We are here. So yeah, that's it. I'm probably gonna do another video tonight. So when you see this outfit again, just pretend you didn't, or don't, because it's my clothes and I can wear them when I want. And we recycle outfits over here because that's fiscally responsible.